A group of business leaders in Victoria has stepped forward demanding that the replacement of the Johnson Street Bridge be put to a vote. The city will need to borrow millions of dollars for the project and wants to use what's known as an alternative approval process. But the business group says that's undemocratic and it's calling for a referendum.
As city politicians try to build a new Johnson Street Bridge, they appear to be burning bridges with some members of Victoria's business community.
This is a lot of money, and there doesn't seem to be any public process involved to determine whether or not, in fact, this is a wise placement of the money that we have.
City Council needs to borrow $42 million to replace the bridge, and to do that, they need the approval from voters. Tomorrow, they are expected to pass an alternative approval process, where those who oppose the borrowing bylaw must sign a form. If the city receives forms from more than 10% of Victoria voters, council would then have to go to a referendum. Barry Hobbis is one in a group of business leaders, including former Environment Minister David Anderson, pub owner Matt MacNeil, and running shoe retailer Reid, who want a referendum to approve the multi-million-dollar loan.
I'd like to give everybody an opportunity to decide whether this is the timing or judicious use of that much money in this city at this point in time.
But the city disagrees, afraid that any delay could add another $10 million in interest to the project.
They've elected a council to make decisions in the public interest.
Luton says if this approval process is defeated and the city had to go to a referendum, the question would not be whether to replace the bridge or repair the existing bridge. It would simply be whether the city should have the right to borrow the money.
It doesn't change the condition of the bridge. We still have to go in and fix or replace. So we'd have to start all over again. And certainly our financial analysis says there's not really much of a savings for the refurbishment option over the new bridge option.
The business leaders say that's not the issue. It's all about the process, making sure that all Victoria taxpayers have a say in what they say is the most costly infrastructure project in the city's history. In Victoria, Stephen Andrew, A News.